Hello. Welcome, everybody, to Table Stories Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
I need to get a
Great.
I'm very happy to be back.
Everybody, please get your wands ready. Open up your rule books.
I almost said...
No.
It's just how it looked.
No. No.
It just looked
No.
wobbly, okay?
No.
Are you being naughty?
I grow stronger every minute someone else is naughty.
It wasn't Miles.
We are family friendly, everyone.
What is this? What's this?
Could it be?
A wand.
What does it smell
This
like?
box smells really nice. I don't know what it smells. It smells like magic. So nice.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome. If you've never seen the show before here on Witchcraft and Wizardry, we play a system of my own creation. We play the Witchcraft and Wizardry system. And if you'd like to play, you totally can. It's totally free. You can just go download it and play it and follow along with us if you want. It's totally free. tablestory.tv/WAW, which coincidentally is a wonderful place where you can click on links to go follow all of these lovely people because they're fantastic and they're really good people and good role players, and I look forward to role playing with them every week. It's so enjoyable, and it's hopefully a bright spot in all of this bad news every day, and just a difficult situation in the quarantine and everything. So hopefully we put a smile on your face. That's the goal here. It's for all intents and purposes a pretty wholesome show.
I did a personality test, and it said I'm Rubius Hagrid.
I was
fans of
wondering
Harry
if
Potter,
Murgles
so-
could feel like a laser dot on her forehead.
Oh no, I was just being well behaved and minding my own business, so actually I didn't notice anything whatsoever. This is my new identity as a family friendly human being.
Did you guys end up in the hospital wing again last week?
No.
I think we avoided it.
It might have been the
Narrowly.
first session that nobody was in the hospital.
Yeah, maybe.
Someone should have I'm sure someone's keeping track of how many times we've been in the hospital ring so far.
I think it would be
We
the
must-
GM, but
Yeah,
You
we
know.
must be at like a dozen between the lot of us by now. At least a dozen, right?
At least.
welcome to the show, everybody. We play things in Hogwarts. We're in Hogwarts. We're being Hogwarty. We play things in the Wizarding world, the Harry Potter universe. And the cast are playing a bunch of 11-year-olds. They're 11 years old, so it's fantastic. We get to see 11-year-old brains represented at just a very high level. It seems like the cast is just able to jump right in to that 11-year-old mentality very easily.
What are you trying to say, Whack?
Nothing. Let's go around the room and let's do introductions for our players and their characters. And let's get started. Go up!
I knew you were going to do that. It's like, which way round is he going to go? He's going to come to me. I just called him out. Hi, it's nice to see you. I'm Kola. It's lovely to be back. My internet did a very large fart last week, so I wasn't here, and I missed you all very much. I don't know what happened last week. So this is going to be exciting. I don't know what I'm walking into. I stream things on the internet. I'm horribly addicted to Animal Crossing. It's incredibly wholesome and it makes my heart sing. So I've been playing a lot of that recently. And I play Maisie Skylar, who is on the second team for Gryffindor. She's obsessed with Quidditch. And I don't know what else to say. Stuff. That's me. Thanks, bye.
Hooray. Yeah, you might injure your face from smiling so much. Every time I go to your stream, lurk while you're playing Animal Crossing, it's just like so much. You're gonna sprain your face. Is what's gonna happen.
my favorite thing is that if you've got a musical instrument in that game, sometimes your villagers sing, right? And if you have a musical instrument in the game and you play it while they sing, the whole it's all in the same key, so you can harmonize with them. And well, I can't cope. That's it. End of. Yeah, sorry.
It's totally fine. Don't worry, Kello. Don't worry. Everybody loves seeing you smile on the stream. It makes everybody else feel good too. Unfortunately, we don't have a Luxie today because she's celebrating. I think it's her stream birthday today, if I'm not mistaken. Her birthday was yesterday. But I think she said something about her stream birthday being today, because she's taking 3 days for birthday celebration. And I thought it would be nice if we wished her a happy birthday together and we did the happy birthday song for Luxie. And I'll start us off and we can all be horrible together and do the happy birthday song. Okay? Because it worked so well when we did the intro for Hogwarts. That was great.
Are we doing it just as good as we did it then?
Yes. No,
Okay, good.
I'll leave it up to you. If you want to follow me, you can follow me. All right, here we go. To Luxie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, dear Luxie. Happy birthday to you. Nailed it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Luxie. Somebody clip that and send it to Luxie, please.
Please do that right away.
And unsubscribe. Thank you, Lucifer. Myrtles. It's your turn.
I muted myself and then, like, in the panic, Hi, I'm Murgles. I stream on Twitch. I've actually upped my hours because of the jazz that's going on. So I'm Mondays through Thursdays, 8 a.m. EST to about 12 or 1 o'clock. So nice morning coffee jams. I'm making a animated film live on Twitch. It's going to take forever. I'm going to be saying this for the next 2 years every time I introduce myself. But today we did some testing for the animation of like a big mud monster, and that was cool. Doing some character design, you know. I'm playing Clementine Goosanders for you. She is a sweet little coffee addicted baby. She has a cat and she's excited about everything, and also pretty angsty eventually, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Murgles. Negorix.
Hi, hello. I'm Nego Oryx. I'm a full-time variety streamer here on Twitch. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. Obviously, I'm a tabletop RPG player as well, and a voice actor, and lots of other fun, good things. So come say hi sometime. Today, I will be playing Olive Everglade. If you can't tell, I'm a first-year Gryffindor student, and I'm nervous for today. I don't know what's happening with some of the other Hogwarts students that we've been seeing some stuff happen with,
fine.
And every week I realize more and more how being 11 really makes me unequipped to deal with delicate social situations. So get ready for me to say and or do something real stupid today. Thanks for having me.
Hooray, 11. Zagonicus.
Hey everybody, I'm Zgodicus. I play Alexander Pepin, the eccentric, reckless Ravenclaw, and I do the things on the internet as well. I'm Zgodicus everywhere. I've been streaming Final Fantasy 12 recently on my streamer Denise stream place on Twitch. I haven't played it. I have played it before, but now I've played it more than I ever have before. So it's kind of like I'm playing it for the first time, because I only dipped my toes into it before, but now I have an excuse to play it, because I have friends hanging out while I do it. So we're going to be doing more of that on my stream. I stream at a time o'clock on the time zones. So follow me on Twitter, because that'll tell you accurately, because I certainly can't.
Well done. Well done. A time o'clock. That's a great podcast title.
Yeah.
I'm Wax Steven, and I will be your Headmaster of Doom. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. I'm excited. I'm so happy to do this show and get to do this wholesome content for you people. And I'm also super excited in general this week because Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out on Friday. I feel like I've been waiting my entire life for it. I'm actually going to be streaming. And I don't get emotional over video games. It just doesn't happen for me. I don't get as immersed in video games as I do in tabletop stuff, just in general. I can already feel myself like I'm going to get emotional like when I play this game, because when the trailer came out for the remake, I was already tearing up. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to mess me
emotional.
up. I should probably stream it just because people probably would like that, to see me actually have emotions. I'm going to probably be streaming that on Saturday, I think. I don't think I'm going to start it on Friday because we have an episode of Facade, the new show that premiered last week on Table Story.
It's pronounced facade, thank you.
It's not. It's definitely not.
Was that did you do Muggles?
It was pretty close.
He pulled
Let's
over
not
Muggles.
draw more attention to it, please.
All right,
I was
sorry,
trying to
sorry.
gloss over it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, sorry.
The art for that show's great, though, huh?
Yeah, Murgles did the art for that show.
It's adequate.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. Passable was the information given to me. So
That's always what artists strive for. Passable. That's how I got by in school. We're gonna have episode 2 of Facade this week on Friday. So I didn't want to get in the wrong headspace for that and not put in the time that I should for the show. So I'm just gonna start on Saturday. I think it'll also give me time to produce a stream in the meantime. Actually get stuff like streamers have set up on their streams. So I'm going to be doing that on Saturday. I'm super excited about that. But it's time to do some witchcraft and wizardry things. So everybody get your wands ready. It's time to get magical. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last week. Not a whole lot to talk about what happened last week because the players' characters didn't do too much, but they had a lot of fun doing it, and I feel like that's the whole point, right? So
it's so unfair to Negs. Like, Colo's gone for 1 week and we procure a pumpkin. Negs is gone for 1 week and we hang out with Harry Potter.
We also went to the library.
Like,
last
wow.
Week, right? We went to the
Oh yeah, sorry.
also.
Library and pumpkin.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
the
so-
riveting experience of being in a library.
now,
So,
to be fair,
my
I have to
cat is-
plan certain things in advance, and I feel horrible when that happens, but it happened. I'm still upset that.
Just
I did
saying,
that.
you owe her like a nigga, like an Olive centric Harry Potter episode where they go on a date or something.
One day. One day.
Yeah, and then the vengeance of Ginny Potter. We'll call that arc the vengeance of Ginny Potter. She becomes the dark one, and she's like, it becomes evil. Yeah. See, there we go.
I'm down.
It's happening. It's happening. So, last week on Witchcraft and Wizardry, Maisie was still rather upset with Clem for sort of, I don't want to say drugging the group, but it was kind of over-caffeinating the group. We'll say that. Over-caffeinating the group and causing mass chaos in the Great Hall late on a Sunday night, causing the Gryffindor students to lose 45 points just generally upset Maisie while all this was going on. Or 30 points, I'm sorry. Because I think, did Maisie leave on time? No, you got caught out too. It was 45. Yeah, and causing some friction in the group. So Maisie was a bit upset, and she didn't see the group on Sunday. And while this was going on, the group decided that they would recover by going to Hagrid's and picking up a giant pumpkin to experiment on and cook things with, etc. It was Rosalina's idea, I think, to sort of use it for some food and possibly make just an obscene amount of pumpkin pasties or whatever other recipes she could come up with, and potentially use the pumpkin for some kind of potion recipe. The group also headed to the library to find out if the registry for the Vanished Wing was available, and it was, and there were some notes that were left there to not cast any spells in the library at the penalty of severe punishment. There were some interactions with one of the kitchen house elves, a free house elf, by the way, I'd just like to point out, by the name of Lottie, that Rosalina has had spent some time with, doing some work in the kitchen, and Lottie didn't really take too well to Alexander. He was mentioning all of the dishes and things that he liked, and none of them were created by Lottie, unfortunately. So he got a -1 on that because he just rolled so bad on those in that situation. When we left off the last session, the group was going to head to Professor Griffiths. He's the potions professor, Professor Lajulai Griffiths, they were headed there. But
maybe it's just Olive and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clem and Rosie, I can't remember where you were headed. If you were headed someplace else, or
I think we were going to get started on cooking.
Oh, you were going to get started on cooking. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start today with Maisie. It's still Sunday, and it's the day after the events that took place in the Great Hall, which was on Saturday. Maisie, Saturday night. You probably sort of like heard Clem and Olive like chatting and whatnot and leaving the dorm room and whatnot, but you're there kind of by yourself. Are you just having like a really sleep in kind of day?
Yeah,
you would have missed breakfast.
I think it's one of those, I was really mad at my friends, and now I'm just wallowing in my own side. Like, I'm throwing myself a pity party right now. Like, I'm holed up underneath the duvet, like wondering, have I left it too long? Did I do, have I waited too long? Will my friends even have me back? Like, what was I even mad at in the first place? Like, this totally like escalating kind of anxiety, I think, is probably what's going on. Hiding from the world, I think, is the situation. Probably with the bed sheets over my head.
Okay. Are you staying like that for the whole day? Like, is that your plan? You probably have some schoolwork and stuff too.
I think it's my plan. Whether I actually manage to do it or not is another thing entirely. I imagine I'll probably actually just get bored eventually and need to do something to distract myself and keep my mind occupied. Especially if nobody comes to find her, I think she'll just kind of throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, you did tell everybody to kind of leave you alone,
Yeah,
So.
and I think it was initially very much a genuine leave me alone, but I think it then turned into a, oh, well, nobody's actually coming to find me. Yeah.
Nobody read between the lines.
Nobody read between the lines.
You have to make 3 to 5 attempts, and then on the 6th attempt, you would have been fine.
Yeah, but I think it was genuine initially. I think initially it was a very genuine leave me alone. That I think as time went on, it morphed into oh, they genuinely have given up. Are they still my friends? Kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like quickly approaching lunchtime, but you've been sort of farting around under the covers, under the duvet for the morning, yeah, I would imagine that you probably finally decide to sort of rouse yourself. And do you start like are you hungry? Are you going to get food? What's your plan?
I think actually the first thing I do is look in my trunk, because I feel like I need some kind of, definitely some searching for some kind of comfort and some sort of familiarity, something. Yeah, I think, and I'm looking specifically for something that my mum sent with me, or my mum has sent to me, which is 2 little lion pins for my collar.
Okay. Yeah, you find them.
Okay.
Are you an organized person?
I think the intention is to be organized. And it's sort of a mixture, but I imagine like,
okay.
Yeah, imagine you open up the trunk and like at the very bottom of the trunk, there's several really like beautifully folded, like well organized, and then like slowly as you get towards the top of the trunk, there's just like stuff chucked in. It's like, and you have to rummage, you have to like part everything to try and get through it.
Sure. So you find them, they're a little bit buried, but you do sort of find, it's like you find one and then you're like, ugh. You have to dig through some stuff and you kind of find the other.
And I think I just hold them in my hand, and kind of like roll them over each other, and I think I just kind of sit there for a little moment, really kind of deep in thought at the end of my bed, with my trunk open and stuff like spilling out of it as I've tried to chuck things out, like trying to, yeah, I think that's probably the situation. And debating what I do, whether I go and find them, where they might even be. It's definitely a racing thoughts moment, definitely a like, where are they? Where are they even going to be? Do they hate me? Have I completely ruined our friendship? Am I not even going to be in any swath anymore? When was the last time I ate? Is Rosie going to have any pocket mash? What am I even going to do? How am I, like, oh my god, all the schoolwork that I've got here, like, it's definitely that going on.
Sure. I think give me a notice something. Let's see if you heard their plan for the day.
Is this with anybody's,
Yeah, this could be either with Clem or Olive. I would assume that you chatted a little bit about it in the dorm room before you headed out, Clem and Olive. Is that correct?
I don't know. I have a -2 with Clem and a +2 with Olive.
Oh, savage!
I don't know.
Remember when we were friends, Colo?
Can I roll a 1d2 just to see who it is?
Sure.
So 1 would be Clem and 2 would be Olive. It's Clem.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's roll this mind roll and see what happens, shall we? What?
7. Okay. So, on a 7, when you try and notice something, you can ask me one from the list there. And I would assume that you were just trying to listen to what they were doing for the day. So yeah, you heard that they were going to be trying to get a pumpkin from Hagrid, and potentially use it for potions.
Okay. I think I probably pace the room for a bit, doing the same thing with my little pins, and then I think eventually get all of my stuff to go and get changed, and then find myself back in the room. I imagine everywhere's kind of deserted. I've slept in so long. Kind of get myself together, lace my shoes up. I think big boots today, the best solid boots. If I'm going to Hagrid's, I just need to make sure that I'm prepared, because you never really know what's going to happen at Hagrid's. And also I feel like maybe Olive once said that she liked these or something, and I just want to make sure that I'm trying to do as many things to get back in favor with my friends so they don't hate me.
It is a casual day, yeah. So, what do the boots look like?
They're kind of they're a little bit like in my head they're like Doc Martin type boots, and I think probably a little bit too big for her. Like when they were bought for her, it was very much oh well, you're going off to Hogwarts and you'll grow into them. So there's like a little bit of
you'll grow into them.
There's a little bit of a flop when she walks, but only just a little one. It's getting smaller every day. Yeah, and they're brightly coloured. They're kind of a weird pink and purple, and they're sort of almost like sort of tie-dye-y, like wavy between it. It's really kind of something like that, I think.
Tie-dye boots.
Yeah, with black laces.
Okay.
Very unusual. Mum probably picked them out, to be fair. Would make sense.
Sure. Sure, you put on your gear, and yeah. Where are you headed?
To Hagrid's.
Okay. So, you head out of the dormitory and out of the common room, and you head down the moving staircase, etc. On the way down to Hagrid's. And you get there. Hagrid, have you been to Hagrid's before?
Yeah, I think I've been to Hagrid's before. I'm trying to remember if we actually have in game.
No.
But
so that was something that the group figured out last time, was that Olive had been to Hagrid's before, but the group hadn't.
Okay. So yeah, so I guess not, but maybe I've heard stories. Maybe that's why I know about the boots, is that I've heard stories that you never really know what's going to happen at Hagrid's. And I know sort of roughly where it is. Maybe seen it from afar, maybe from the divination tower. You can probably look over and see it, I imagine, from the map. Or from the yeah. Would you be able to see it from there? It would make sense, wouldn't it? Over the lake.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
So I sort of know where it is.
Okie doke. You head to Hagrid's outside. Yeah, there's it's kind of like a little windy today. It's pretty cold. And you can see that there's like some smoke coming from Hagrid's hut. And as you head down there, you can see that I'll roll for this actually. You don't notice Hagrid. He's not outside, and you don't see your friends out there. You can see his sort of like monstrous pumpkin patch with pumpkins the size of at least the size of you.
Whoa. That can't be it. Whoa. I think I'd go over to it, and I'm not sure if it is a pumpkin. Like, I don't really believe it. It's a bit too ridiculous to be true. Let's go and I want to go and have a look.
Sure. You like touch it? What do you do?
Yeah. I think touch it, see how sturdy it is. If it's sturdy
you
enough,
do the Jurassic Park thing where you're like.
I think I actually try and climb on top of it because I'd like to know if it was hollowed out. Maybe I could fit inside it.
Give me a struggle, please.
Oh, Lord. Is it actually hollowed out? We're about to find out. It's a failure.
So you start to climb up on top of the pumpkin, but the one that you picked might be like slightly just overripe, and you kind of like fall right into the pumpkin. You climb on top of it, and it's sturdy for like a good like 2 seconds, and then you put your one hand through the top and just sort of sploosh right into the pumpkin.
So am I going head and hands first, or am I going like feet go through the pumpkin?
I think with a 6 on that roll, you fall like right into the pumpkin, like head first into the pumpkin. Yeah.
So I'm in, my entire body is inside the pumpkin.
Yep.
Oh, I'm having such a bad day.
Like spitting out pumpkin seeds.
And it's like in my hair, like it's all over my hair. It's like running down my face. It's definitely like up my sleeves.
Pumpkin seeds are like glitter too. They stick to everything.
It's in my boots, and I think as I pull my boots out and try and put my leg over the side of the pumpkin, to climb out. Do you want me to do a struggle roll?
No, I don't think so. You probably like the pumpkin collapses like as you try to sort of escape. Yeah.
Okay, and I think I fall out, and my hands are so covered in this like pumpkin goop that I slide. So my hands go to catch myself from falling over, and then they like slide forward, so I'm lying completely belly down with my boots still in the bottom of the pumpkin, and all you can see is just this kind of flat figure, like with her chest slowly going like face down, completely face down in the mud, like just there, just hanging out. Just that's it, that's her done. It's everything just happened.
You hear a and the hot breath of Dudley is sort of breathing on you. It almost sort of feels like you've just entered a dragon cave or some kind, with just like this of like warm air blowing over you, and just this like he starts licking the pumpkin goop off of you.
Oh, now, Dudley, what I tell you about going into that pumpkin patch? Dudley, get away from there. What'd you do to that pumpkin, Dudley? Oh my word, what are you doing there? Who's that? Are you all right?
Oh my god, I think I look up at him and I'm like, and he is, Maisie's not, she's 11 and she's on the floor, and this is Hagrid, who is like wildly tall and big, and suddenly it's just like there was a pumpkin, there was a dog.
I don't know what you're saying. Are you okay? You hurt anywhere? No, Dudley, stop licking her. No, stop licking her shoes. Dudley, come here.
At this point, I've given up trying to stop Dudley. Like, I've accepted my fate. It's just happening. Like, I'm lying there. That's it. Whatever. Are you Hagrid?
I think so.
Hagrid, I fell in a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, don't cry. Please don't cry. Look, it'll be fine. Dudley can finish cleaning you off if you like.
I mean, and I want to try and get up on like all fours, like walk my hands backwards and.
Oh, let me help you up. Come on then.
I feel like he probably lifts me off the ground without even realizing. Hagrid, I can't touch the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let me bend over. Oh, there you go.
And as my feet touch the floor, I just immediately slip back over again because I'm still covered in pumpkin. It's gone everywhere.
Oh, you gotta get your feet out. Dudley, lick her feet there. Lick her feet. Clean them up. She's gonna slip again.
It smells. Oh. Yeah, there's probably a bean for that.
What, a bean?
Yeah,
For Dudley? Oh, he'll eat anything. If you have beans, he'll eat those,
don't
no
have
problem.
any beans. I'm sorry, Mr. Hagrid. I don't have any beans. I was
It's
just
fine,
looking
it's
for my
fine. Look,
friends.
are you alright? You didn't answer. What happened? You fall into a pumpkin.
I just wanted to sit on top of it and see how far it could see, and then it just looked so big, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could fit inside it, and then that accidentally was the question that accidentally answered for me.
Right, well, at least you found an overripe one. We don't have to worry about giving that one to the kitchen.
Oh, did I ruin your food, Mr.
Oh,
Hagrid?
no, it's fine. We got load. Look. Nobody ever eats all the pumpkins every year anyway. We got loads.
Did you grow all these yourself? I mean, I'm sitting up and I'm trying to like.
All that I did with some help from Professor Neville, or Professor Longbottom.
Oh, I know him. And I'm trying to.
He's your herbalism. He's your professor,
he's
your
the
biology.
herbalism. Like trying to clean my hands off on my robes, but my robes are also filthy, so my hands are just like getting worse, and I'm just basically like pumpkin slime running all the way down my robes. It's
So
doing
many
nothing.
visitors today.
Did you see my friends?
Oh yeah, they were here just a while ago.
Oh, they were. Were they? Did they say that they were mad at anybody, Mr. Hagrid?
They said they were gonna. Well, I offered them a pumpkin, and they said that they'd take one, give it to the kitchen, and maybe use it for some potions or something, or what.
Oh no. Oh, they're gonna get in so much trouble. Oh, Mr. Hagrid, please help me find them. They're gonna get in trouble again.
Well, what do
And
you
then
mean?
somebody's-
What are they doing?
And then somebody will end up in the hospital wing, and then there'll be
Hospital wing with a pumpkin?
I just I don't. And she puts her hands on her face in despair, and then realizes that there's pumpkin on her hands, and then it just makes her cry. This is a
Oh, there's seeds all over you again. Dudley, help her out.
Is
Oh,
the dog
Dudley, that's
licking my
enough. You're gonna
face?
get sick.
Is the dog licking my face?
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Just like a one. It's like one slurp. Like just.
Oh no! I think I just hold my breath and continue to hold my breath.
I think you're good now.
Oh, it smells so bad.
Oh, Dudley does smell sometimes, and
Dudley does the head tilt thing.
It's in my nose.
oh, it's difficult to keep an eye on him all the time. I try, but sometimes he'll just find a creature or something and munch him.
Oh, he ate a creature today.
Oh, he eats
now I
loads of
have the
things,
creature
frogs
up my
and all sorts of
nose.
things. Oh, don't cry again. Oh, darn. What'd I do?
They're never gonna let
You
me
need to stop eating frogs, Dudley.
They're never gonna let me in swamp now.
What?
Smell like
No, you're not coughing. You're crying. What are you saying? It'll be all right. Don't worry. Look, your friends said they were heading up. I mean, they went to the kitchen. I brought them up there before, and they said they were going to help cook, and they were going to try and figure out some kind of potion thing. And I don't know what else they're going to do, but they'll be. Everything's all right. Just, cheer up there.
don't know what to do, Mr. Hagrid. Can
Neither
I go and
do
see
I.
them like this?
What?
Can I go? Should I go and see them like this? Is it,
Well, I mean, Dudley got most of it.
that's kind of the problem.
I see. I think you look great.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind of you, Mr. Hagrid. And I'm just looking up at him like, really don't know what to do.
He's looking back at you like super confused.
So,
Would you come with me, Mr. Hagrid?
come with you where?
To the kitchen, Mr. Hagrid?
Oh, well, I had a few things to do. All right, well, I can take a trip up to the kitchen with you, and you can come right back. I can't stay for too long. I do have some things to get ready for the week.
I mean, we could. We could. Well, I don't know even if they're my friends anymore. But I will.
Why
I can
wouldn't
help
they
you
be?
after. I could help you after, Mr. Hagrid. I could help you after
With what?
with the things that you have to do.
Oh, like getting ready for class and whatnot.
If you'd like, I would like to help you
Oh.
after, maybe.
You know, your friends suggested the same thing, that they might want to
Oh.
help.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
then maybe if you come with us to the kitchen, and then you can see them, and then after we can all come and help you together, and then maybe that will, I mean, my dad always says that many hands make light work, so
does he now? Does he talk that fast when he does?
what do you mean?
All right, well, let's go to the kitchen then. And,
Okay.
maybe you can find your friends and we can meet back up.
Okay, yes, Mr. Hagrid. Thank you, Mr. Hagrid.
All right.
We switch scenes as we get a look at Rosalina and Clementine helping out with Lottie in the kitchen. Now, Clem, please roll your relationship with Rosalina or Lottie. And let's see here. What shall we make you roll for this?
Yeah.
Show courage, I think.
Show courage.
Yeah, plus your soul.
So soul. Okay. I'm scared. Did that work?
Modifier probably came up.
Does the forward is it counted in, or do I have to type it in once again?
Your
Like
your relationship. If you're clicking your relationship,
Yeah, my
then
relationship
you don't have to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
A 9. On a 7 to 9, you stand strong when you try to show courage in the face of something truly terrifying. And that is the potential disappointment of Lottie,
Okay.
the house elf. As you try and do something with these pumpkins, with this pumpkin, you and Rosalina are trying to do this, but you're still scared of disappointing Lottie. Choose one from the list there.
Okay. I'm absolutely terrified and everyone knows it, but at least I'm still here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think Lottie has been sort of like ordering you around to sort of fetch things.
Yeah, okay.
And Rosie's been sort of experimenting with pumpkin mash, trying to make some kind of pumpkin mashed potatoes. Yeah, she's doing her best. as you're sort of like working in the kitchen, you're ordered to and fro, back and forth, while Alex and Olive have gone off to the potions professor to see if they can, use this pumpkin in some kind of a potion. As you're, doing this work in the kitchen, you haven't been working for too long. Alex and Olive have just recently left, but it is coming up on lunchtime soon. So you're helping with the lunchtime feast and whatnot. And Lottie has been kind of instructing you to like get things and whatnot, but house elves don't use spells the same way that witches and wizards do. They kind of like point at things and they kind of just cast a spell without having to do incantations or with wand movements or what have you. So have you been trying to use any spells or anything to help you in this process?
I gotta tell you, probably not. I think she would be really returning to her muggle-born roots in this moment out of pure terror, forgetting, in fact, that magic was even an option for her.
Okay. Then go ahead and struggle for me, please.
Oh gosh, okay.
That's plus body. When you try to struggle against someone or something physically. Oh no, that's a 3. Oh no. What do you think you've been instructed to do to prep for lunch today? There's a lot of like house elves working, and there's also there's probably a few students that are also working to prep. But what are you doing?
I think maybe I'm like carting flour around.
Oh god. Okay. So you've asked Rosalina for some help, maybe to help like wheel over like this these bags of flour. And as you're transferring a bag of flour with Rosalina, what ends up happening is I think you're both sort of like trying to throw it like onto the cart and sort of bring it over, but you don't notice that there's like just a nail or something sticking out from the cart, and you get the flour sort of hitched onto the nail, and it's on your side, and it just sort of tears, and all the flour just.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, where's Lottie? Where's Lottie? I just start frantically looking around. If I can.
Yeah, and Rosalina's, it's fine, Clem. It's fine. Ah!
It's not fine. It's not fine. Oh no. Oh no. Is there any cleanup spells that exist? Oh no. Am I just covered in flour?
Oh, we could do what we did in the Great Hall. We could do what we did in the Great Hall.
Yeah, what was it?
Aquamenti!
Okay. Oh no.
And as Rosalina casts Aquamenti, he inadvertently created a paste.
I don't think that worked, Rosie. Not this time.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Oh no. Am I a bread now?
There's this goopy, bready mess, basically, all over you.
I'm gonna start looking for like a broom to start cleaning up.
While you're a paste.
While I'm covered in a paste. Just at this point, I'm letting go of the fact that I'm paste. It's happened. We're here. I can't do anything about it, but I can clean up the rest of the kitchen.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a notice something. I'll say you have a -1. This would be your relationship with Lottie, if you have one.
I don't think I have one, so thank goodness.
Don't worry. Oh no, that's a 6. Okay. You find a broom.
I find the broom and I just start sweeping.
What are you doing? No, what are you doing?
Lottie, there was
No, that's my apron.
Oh no!
What
I
did you
place it back
do?
really
What-
quickly.
What have you done?
I just start trying to clean it up with my paste hands. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It's a mess. I'm sorry. Oh no.
Rosalina is like trying to furiously apologize. Okay, Lottie, I'm so sorry. It just happened. She got stuck. The flower got stuck on a nail, and the nail tore the bag, and then the flower went everywhere. And then I thought we'll clean it up because we were trying to be responsible. And you know how I always try to be responsible when I'm in the kitchen because I know how important it is to you, and how we don't get anywhere near anything sharp, and nothing, no fire or anything. And she got stuck. So I went ahead and I cast a spell and tried to clean all the flour off of her, but it just made a paste.
I'm a paste. Sorry. Are there any towels that aren't your aprons, miss?
She's trying to like point over towards an area of the kitchen, and she's just trying to like shake out their apron. It's all like covered, and she says, "That'll be enough out of you. Oh, what a mess. We have lunch coming up soon. Oh no, I'm going to disappoint the students. Oh no, I'm going to disappoint the students.
I'm just gonna go and grab her and try to stop her from hitting herself, but I'm a paste.
What? It's all on my head now. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
it's at this time
is
that
the
Hagrid
worst.
and Maisie enter the fray."
Huh?
Are we
Maisie?
interrupting anything?
I'm Maisie. I made a paste.
Maisie's
pumpkin.
covered like a bit in pumpkin
You made a pumpkin.
guts and seeds.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad at me.
Oh no, I'm sorry for being mad at you for so long.
I understand. You should. I give her a big pasty hug.
I don't know why you're crying, but I want to help.
My God, it's perfect. I just, yeah, and I stink. I really smell. I smell like a dog. You know, like when your dog yawns in your face.
I take it. I don't care.
I'm sorry. I mean, you shouldn't have done that. No. I'm sorry, and I just want to be Swaff again. Can I be in Swaff again, please?
Of course, you were always in Suave.
Never out of swap. Why did you think you were out of swap?
Yeah.
Rosie, where's everybody else?
I don't know.
They went to go make a Rosie. It's okay. I think we're okay now. They went to go
Are
make
you
a
sure?
potion
Do
with
you
the
want
pumpkin.
some mash? You can try my pumpkin pocket mash.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Okay. I don't want to try it, but it's gonna cheer Rosie up if I try it, so I'm gonna try it. Okay. And I like eat it out of her hand. I feel like she probably just.
It's almost like you eat one of the every flavor beans because it's a little mishmash of raw, like basic hardtack bread dough, pumpkin, mashed potatoes that are definitely cold and have probably not been seasoned yet. Yeah, and a lot of there's probably some pumpkin seeds floating in there now too.
Oh, it's real good.
Did you make this with egg, or was it?
There's no eggs.
It's really It's really lovely, Bruce.
Thank you.
I look at Hagrid for help.
Well, you found your friends then, I think. So, yeah, if you want to come by later and, maybe you could help a bit, that'd be fine, but I'll leave you to it.
I might maybe get changed first, Mr. Hagrid.
Sounds like a good idea. Yes, get out of here. You're going to make more of a mess.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, this is Lottie. She's very upset with us. We should maybe leave now.
Lottie wears a lot of if you could imagine an outfit made by Mrs. Weasley out of doilies. That's kind of what Lottie wears.
Lottie.
Because she
Oh,
likes
it's so
doilies.
so wonderful to meet you. You look beautiful. I love your dress. Oh, Lottie, my name is Maisie.
Try and convince Lottie, please.
Just for the record, I genuinely mean it.
Yeah,
Just for the record.
that's great.
Genuinely
She's
mean
kind
it.
of upset with the mess in the kitchen right now.
Convince, yeah?
Yeah.
You're very nice, dear, but you're going... There's too much of a mess. I have to get ready for lunch.
I'll help you. Can I help you? I'll help you.
You need to get cleaned off.
And she sort of like wiggles a finger and sort of swirls about, and you can see that you're basically buffeted by cleaning materials, sort of all over.
Tickles.
The group of you start to get cleaned up.
Oh.
There's like scrub brushes like on the side of your face, like.
Ugh. It hurts. I don't like this. I like getting
And
clean
then,
on
like-
my own terms.
Buffeted by some water and some soap and sort of air dried and yeah.
Can you teach me that one?
What one?
The spell. I would love to learn that. And it tickles.
How's two very different kinds of magic, dear.
Can you tell me what you do here? I'm so sorry. Am I keeping you? Am I holding you? I don't want to hold you
We
up.
need to get ready for lunch, and you two stay away from the flower.
Okay, yes, yes, of course, never again.
Can we help? I mean, I know that Rosie would love to help you cook.
Yeah, I'm already making the pumpkin mash. I told you not to try that during lunch, but I figured it was just so you know I already had it making. I was making the mashed potatoes, and I had so much pumpkin that I said, okay, let's just put them together. No, but that's not what I told you. Please, we can't do it for lunch just yet. You can try it later. But I figured since so many people are eating that it would just be a good time, because then so many people could taste all the love that I have to give. And then it would be so great, because then if it didn't work out real well, then so many people could tell me and then I could change it. Make it over there, dear. Okay.
We can continue helping with the other things. What other things are you serving for lunch today? Sandwiches? Tomato soup?
Sandwiches, that's good. You can work on the sandwiches.
Okay, I can make a great toasted tomato sandwich. So I'll just do a bunch of those.
No.
We don't have any toasters. Wizards
We
don't have toasters.
toast. We don't make it. Ooh, I don't know what a toaster is.
Okay. So just
We use spells to
untoasted
make it.
bread.
Can
Okay.
you teach us the spells?
I have to get ready for lunch, and as I said, it's different for a house elf than it is for a witch or a wizard.
Okay, so how do we do it? How can we help?
right. You get the bread there, and the meat there, and the lettuce there, and tomatoes there, and... And she starts to go through like the different ingredients in the sandwich, and they have like 5 different kinds of sandwiches or whatever to make. There's a big, I mean, there's a feast being prepared, and you see stuff like floating by, you know, like food ingredients and things, just kind of, you know, floating along through the sky or through the up above you as all this is happening. There's just stuff flying around and sort of mixing together, and you see it like flambéed in the air. And they're you know, they're cooking kind of like without stoves and things. They're using magic to do it.
And there's lots of house elves.
Yeah, there's a bunch of house elves, and there's some students as well.
Okay, well, I guess we can just do like a sandwich conveyor belt where we make the sandwiches, and I'll pass the bread to you, Maisie, if you want to put the meat on, and then, I can put like the mayonnaise or whatever, and then it can, no, just me? Okay, you look around and enjoy your time. It's cool.
Look.
I don't want to look for too long because I might get in trouble. Lottie will be really mad if I look too long. Yeah.
Okay, let me help. No, I stand after Clem and just deal with whatever she passes me.
Sure. You set up a conveyor belt of sandwich. And yeah. You see like flames like sort of going off in midair and sort of like cooking like a chicken or something. Like there's probably like little bits of fat or something that are, you know, coming down from the chicken as if it were on a grill, and there's probably somebody that's just mopping it up and cleaning it, or there's mops that are being animated and sort of the same brushes that were used to like clean you up are just kind of like now scrubbing the floor, and you're thinking like, oh wait.
I'm just terrified of Lottie. I'm so terrified that I'm just like blinders like a racehorse just have to bread. Okay, bread and more bread and bread.
Clem, are you okay? And I'm
Lottie will be mad.
But like my head, I'm looking at her and trying to do stuff at the same time. Like my head is, you know, like in cartoons where the character's head is like full on like 180, like turned around, like all the way looking at her. Like, are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just Lottie's pretty high strung, you know, and we want to make sure that we hit this lunch deadline, because then she'll be, yeah, you know, like if she thinks something's gonna go wrong, she just starts hitting herself, and I really don't want her to hit herself. So, and she's pretty scary sometimes, actually.
Stop hitting herself?
Yeah, she's like bad Lottie, you know, the whole thing. So I'm just
needs a hug.
I mean, if you really want to try and give her a hug.
I've tried to hug her before, but she usually gets mad because she's just trying to do her best work in the kitchen.
Well then,
yeah, I kind of really feel
after lunch we can try and give her a hug. Maybe she can even be in swath.
I get the feeling that after lunch, maybe, but I get the feeling that after lunch she's going to be really upset and stressed about dinner, and I don't really think that there's getting off of this conveyor belt.
Can you pass me the lettuce?
Yeah.
I feel like this stack next to me is getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm like desperately trying to keep up.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the motivation by terror. I don't have that.
It's the most 11-year-old sandwiches, to be honest.
Some kind of like I Love Lucy like stack of like a Scooby-Doo stack of sandwiches or something, like up on some serving platter that's all wobbly, and like you just constantly like gently Jenga the sandwich on top. Yeah. And we switch scenes. As we join Alex and Olive in the where would you have headed? Would you have gone to the potions classroom to look for Professor Griffiths? Where would you have gone?
I think that's a good place. Maybe the office attached to the class, if there is one.
Sure. So there is go ahead and one of you roll me a notice something.
I'm pretty. I notice things pretty well. I can try.
Okay, go ahead.
I can try. I say that now, but
Oh, an 11. Okay, yeah. When something catches your attention and you try to see what it is, ask me 2 questions from the list.
Is there anyone or anything sneaking around?
Yes. Yes, there is. So, I would say that there are, there's one person that's obvious, okay? And Professor Griffiths is there. But there's also someone sneaking around that you notice.
My second question will be, what does it look like?
Sure. So, it looks like Scorpius and Albus are in that storage room down the hall from the potions classroom. You saw them sneak into that room as you were heading down there. It was really quick, but you noticed it.
And it doesn't look like the professor noticed it?
Professor's in the potions classroom. It looks like the professor's actually getting ready for class on Monday, getting supplies and things set up for the class on Monday. So you probably can see them. You can see him sort of, casting some spells and whatnot as things are getting prepared for Monday's class.
Okay. Is the storage room door still open, or did they shut it behind them?
It's closed. At least from your vantage point.
Okay. Olive's going to put a hand out to Alex to very quietly signal, and is going to point to the storage room and say, I just saw Scorpius and Albus sneak into that storage room. Lily was just telling us that she thinks, I don't know, something's going on with Albus, and she's worried, and her father's very worried. Scorpius, they're doing something. What do we do?
Like, is that the same storage room that me and Clem went in?
If we could look, maybe they're stealing potion ingredients, and we could reverse engineer it and figure out what kind of potion they're making based on what they're stealing.
Wait. So, let's do the pumpkin first, and then we'll go have a look. We'll just give Professor Pumpkin, just drop it off, because we don't want. We'll do that first, and then we'll go take a look.
You go do the pumpkin. I feel like they're going to be gone by the time we're done. I'm just going to go.
No, but what if
really quietly.
But there's two. I talked to them, and we're friends. Like, I know them better than you, so maybe it's better if I go.
You go. I'll handle the pumpkin. And don't be afraid to stand your ground, because if they're up to something,
I'll just go ask them if they
don't
need
let them
any
scare
help.
you.
I'm just gonna ask them if they need help. They're friends. I told them that if they need help with something, they should ask us. So since I spotted them, I'll go ask. And you give the
Alright.
professor the pumpkin.
Just
And check that
try
stuff
your
here.
best to
Yeah.
notice what they're grabbing, all right?
Oh, if the professor starts coming, sneeze really loud.
Sneeze really loudly. All right.
Because then, oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Here, can you hold the pumpkin slice on your own? Okay. I head down to the storage.
She buckles under it.
You do like the knee knocking thing, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
You too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the professor.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
We're
sure.
there.
So Professor Griffiths is he's got a trembling body, fearless eyes, and is square jawed. A Ravenclaw professor. And yeah, he's getting some things set up, probably setting up the cauldrons, no, you would be bringing your own cauldrons. He's probably getting like various ingredients and things, and you can see that there's some like soil and stuff that's getting prepared because Monday is the big day for the Snapdragon hair coloring potion, the sort of dual class project that's been going on. So you can see that there's like probably some like fun and interesting little things they've sort of set up about the classroom as well for the Snapdragon. There's probably some Snapdragons that are already there and whatnot and looking healthy.
Excuse me, Professor Griffiths. Hello. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to startle you.
You scared me. What were you doing?
Sorry, Professor.
Being so quiet.
Nobody's ever said that to me before. I'm not very quiet usually. I got this giant pumpkin bit from Hagrid, and I was hoping, since potions has been one of my favorite classes, that maybe I could use it as an ingredient for something, to repurpose it and put it toward my newfound interest in your lovely subject. But I was going over my book and I couldn't find any potions that require a chunk of giant pumpkin, so I thought I would just ask. Especially with the hair dyeing potion coming up, maybe I could use it to help come up with like an orangey red hair dye potion. Not for me, obviously, but just in general. I don't know, just kind of spitballing ideas. Maybe you talk now.
Go ahead and try and convince the professor.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And why exactly would you like to do that?
Well, if I can be quite honest, Hagrid gave us this really giant pumpkin, and everyone else wanted to cook with it, but I don't really enjoy cooking too much. And I do enjoy potions, but...
And how are you coming along with your studies for the hair color change potion?
Actually, quite well. Thank you
Are
for
you?
asking. Yes, my Snapdragon is doing beautifully, and it's actually quite surprising because normally my mum or my dad help me when it comes to anything related to herbology, and I wasn't quite sure how I would do because I like potions.
So I'll
but
be
I'm...
expecting a lot out of you, Miss Everglade.
Okay, I do well.
Since
under
you've taken such
pressure,
good care of
so-
your Snapdragon.
Yes, definitely.
But I'm afraid, as in regards to the pumpkin, there are some potions that might, use a pumpkin, but unfortunately, as I've already stated, we'll be working on the hair color change potion. And if you have studied the recipe for the potion, as I'm sure you have, since you enjoy this class so much, then you would know any deviation from the ingredients could cause disastrous results.
Yes, Professor, that's why I didn't
Wouldn't want
to
all
try
your
it.
hair to fall out, would you?
No, Professor, I wouldn't. Would you like me to leave this pumpkin bit with you so you can use it for future potions if there's nothing I can use it for?
Well, I can make some recommendations. You can look in your book for some recipes, but not at the cost of the current project.
Of course.
Am I understood?
Understood, Professor.
Very well. So, I suppose you could leave the pumpkin here, and we could, well, keep it as best as we can.
Okay.
It won't do in your room, will it?
No. I think it would start to smell, quite honestly. So, better left here. Thank you, Professor. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I believe there are some potions that use similar ingredients to pumpkin. Perhaps there are some alternatives, and I'd be curious to see what pumpkin would do in an invisibility potion, now that I think about it. But that's a bit advanced. That's a year 3 spell.
Well, I could just observe you. I could just, independent study. I'd much rather be here, learning rather than going to lunch right now anyway. And it really is my favourite subject, so I'd love to observe and assist, and I would never attempt anything above my skill level, but if I could watch you do it, maybe.
Well, normally cherries are used in an invisibility potion. Cherries, chicken, and spiders.
Ooh, that sounds a bit awful, doesn't it?
Doesn't taste very good either. But I'd be curious to see what the result is.
I would be happy to assist. I'd like to learn.
Unfortunately, I have too much work to do to test such things on my own, but perhaps it could be something you'd be willing to try on your independent study.
Oh, yes, Professor.
There is, of course, the Pumpian potion, but that turns the actual drinker's head into a pumpkin. I'm sure you saw some students around Halloween that were walking around with pumpkin heads.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly a fan of that. I
Normally
quite like
that
the
involves the flitterby moth, the bouncing bulb, and foxglove. But perhaps actual potion involved might be an interesting thing to test.
I quite like the idea of the invisibility potion you mentioned earlier.
Most students do. However, I will warn you, being a year 3 spell, and the fact that the potion itself, well, it cooks rather quickly, you see, almost instantaneously. You must have exactly the right proportions of your ingredients prepared exactly the right way according to the book. So, testing will have to be done, and whenever there are tests that are done, well, with potions, it could be dangerous.
What if I found an older student to supervise me, since I'm younger than a year 3?
Ah, an excellent idea.
All right, well, is there some sort of time that I could come back to the potions class to be able, since I'm leaving the pumpkin here, am I able to come back outside of class hours to work on this?
Yes, I suppose so. That wouldn't be a problem.
All right. Would you mind terribly writing me a note just in case a prefect or a... Thank you.
See one of those like automatic quills start to write on some parchment that gets pulled out from a cupboard or something. Starts scrawling away.
Thank you, Professor. I'm really excited to work on this project.
We switch scenes. Alexander.
Yep.
You've headed over to the storehouse door, and you're familiar with this. You were in there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The door is closed all the way.
Okay. I'm just gonna open it a little bit and slip in.
So you're gonna turn the knob, just go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reckless.
Okay. You open the door just wide enough to just kind of slip in. Are you trying to be quiet?
No, I'm trying to be quick rather than quiet. Like, get in and get a door closed just before anyone sees.
Give me a quick inquire roll.
Thing.
Let's see if you can do both. Maybe you do both.
I appreciate your confidence.
Okay, you're neither quick nor quiet as you...
I try to slip in and I slam my foot in the door because I don't get all the way in. So it's like, oh, yeah. Then I close the door and
You accidentally like step into one of the like racks of storage that are in there as well, and it sort of like wobbles a little bit. Close the door. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, I look around for Scorpius and Albus. Hello?
There's no one in here.
I first I'm gonna take a look around the room first. Like, a couple of the things that Clem and I noticed when we were first in here, so I'm gonna check the window section that we noticed first.
Sure.
And the drain hole in the ground.
Sure.
Is that drain hole a big drain hole, like a is it like a small drain hole? Is it like a
pretty
drain
small,
cover?
about the
Okay,
size of a
okay.
kitchen sink sort of drain.
All right,
It's
okay,
probably
yeah.
just one of those like small drains that you might see like in a basement or something.
All right, I thought maybe it was like a big graty one.
No. The windows are secure. Storage drain looks fine, or the drainage looks fine, rather.
I just call out, hello, Albus, Scorpius. It's Alex. I think we're kind of friends. This was definitely the door that Olive pointed to. Okay, are there any like I'm gonna look for like big closets or anything in case they're hiding in one of those.
Sure. There's like big cupboards that are kind of like filled with, glassware and stuff. There's no real like potions in this room, but there are like maybe some like herbs and whatnot and drying, like on a rack, various places, but probably like really common stuff. I don't think you'd find anything like super rare or whatnot in here.
Yeah, I was mostly looking for like places they might be hiding or closets with like a passage behind them or something like that.
Sure. Are you gonna try and investigate?
Yeah, I'll try and investigate for
Okay.
where they might have gone, because I don't doubt Olive. She's not a liar and not stupid, so an 8.
Okay, you can ask me one question from the investigate list. When you roll plus mind, and you try and take some time and take a close look at something and try to figure out what's going on.
Is there anything that's being hidden from me?
No.
No. Huh.
You thoroughly checked everything.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna rack my brain and see if I can think of anything that I have read that would explain how people go into a room and then disappear. So disappearing spells or hiding spells and stuff like that.
Go ahead and I read about that.
I'll use my house benefit to automatically succeed.
Pretty good time to do that. You can go ahead and ask me 3 questions from the list for the I read about that.
So things that hide people or make them disappear is the topic I'm thinking about.
Okay.
So maybe the questions are so tricky. So what does it do? I think's good, so I know kind of specifically.
In terms of
what it does and doesn't do, things that hide people.
I'll circle around back to that one. How's that?
Okay. I guess what does it look like in case there's any clues to when people disappear? Maybe there are marks or some lingering.
Okay.
Because obviously it looks like they're not there.
What's your third question? Because I might potentially answer this a certain way.
Instead of who do I know that's related to it, can I do what do I know that's related to it?
Sure.
Okay.
So,
So the 3 questions are...
You've heard talk of... There's a lot of things that can make someone invisible in the magical world. There are potions that can turn someone invisible. There are... You could apparate, but not from here. Hogwarts, this is a rule of Hogwarts, and you'd know that you would have been told this. It's part of the Hogwarts rules. You can't apparate out of or into Hogwarts. There's magical protections against it. Also, they're young. They don't have probably the knowledge to apparate yet, and they don't have permission to do so. It's illegal. You have to be over. I think you have to be over 17 to do it, or you might actually. You have to be 18, I think, to apparate. And there are enchanted items and things that could turn you invisible, like cloaks and clothing that could turn you invisible, and there are spells that could turn you invisible. And they sort of do invisibility in different ways. Some of them play with light. Some of them camouflage you. Some of them are basically shift you, out of sync. And as far as leaving a trace, there are probably magical spells that you could use to trace if something was invisible here. The best way to sort of trace if somebody was here would be to find physical evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way.
Okay.
But strangely enough, you found nothing when you investigated.
Yeah.
No evidence that they were here.
So I think knowing that sometimes it's light and stuff like that, I think I'll cast Lumos first and see if anything catches my eye or maybe looks strange.
Sure. 14 as you try and cast the spell. No problem. It's probably brighter than you're anticipating. You had a lot of practice with Lumos spells with the shade and whatnot, and no problem.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of like direct it around the room, looking to see if there's any sort of distortion or maybe anything that glints off it that I haven't noticed before.
Sure. There's nothing.
What? Okay, knocks. I knocks it out. I'll cast that. So boop, easy peasy.
Spell goes out.
There's nothing to human, and Scorpius, Albus, if you're here and you're invisible, don't say anything.
Olive, do you go to visit Alex? Okay. Do you knock on the door? Or do you walk in? What do you do?
I put my ear to the door first to see if I can hear anything before
You hear
I go
Alex
in.
talking. You hear him say that.
Okay, I'm just going to open the door then and try and slip in and shut it behind me.
You see me like tense up. She came in.
What happened? Did you lose them?
I can't. Are you sure it was this room?
What other room would it be? Of course I'm sure. Wait, why do you ask?
Because I came straight in here and they weren't here. And then I took a look around, a good look around, and I looked at some of the things that caught my eye last time we were here, and they're not here. I looked inside closets, and they're not here. I used the really bright Lumos smell and shone it around, and there was no weird distortions or anything.
So they're
And-
not...
But I
Not
didn't see them come
invisible.
back out of the room.
So they didn't leave, they're not invisibly here,
Well, I
which
just
must mean that
yeah,
there's
I just
some sort of passage here, some sort of...
uh-huh.
They went
Well, I
from this
looked-
room somewhere else.
Yeah, I looked in the closet and they weren't in any closets, and the windows that you can't pull that. The bars or anything like that, and then this little grate here, I thought maybe that was something you could do things with, but it does nothing. I mean, I could.
Did you try any spells beside Lumos?
Well, I was going to, but some of the ones that be useful are pretty tricky. Very tricky. Like,
They
you
must
know-
be using some kind of upper level magic to be
well,
doing
they're
this in
here
the first
listening to us
place.
right now, and they know that we know they're here if they're here, and we just can't see them. So then they're just waiting for us to figure out how they're invisible and uninvisible them, and that would make sense because I get the feeling that they're pretty smart. So I think maybe they're not here. They just came here and then went somewhere else. But I don't know how they went somewhere else from here.
Okay, we're going to figure it out. All right. We need to find Albus and Scorpius. We need to figure out how they're using this room to not be here. And
Would be
I know
very
it's-
useful for us too.
I know it's a bit dangerous, but I'm just going to try something. All right.
Wait. Why don't we? Okay, so if they're here and invisible, they would bump into us. So why don't we both walk around the room with our arms out and listen really carefully, because we'll hear them shuffling out of the way to get out of us, or they'll bump into us because there's two of us.
All right, but for the record, I don't think they're invisible.
Well, they might be. They
They
seem
might
like
be. They might be. Let's try. We'll
we should eliminate all possibilities first.
yes, like real detectives. Okay.
Okay, I'll go this way. You go that way.
You have to do it up and down though, in case they duck.
Yeah. Because in case they're ducking.
Windmill.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We start walking around the room doing the wacky wavable inflatable arm guy.
Olive's doing it like this, up and down, in case they're trying to go
It's
around.
probably
her,
at this point that Professor Griffiths opens up the door and Both of you are just kind of flailing your arms.
What are you doing in here?
And
Yoga.
that's how you do yoga, was what I was about to say to... Oh, Professor Griffiths, didn't see you there. Hello.
That's probably a good place for us to take our break.
Spectacular.
11-year-olds! Yay! So much brain power. Well done so far, everybody. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a little bit of a break here in our show, just a few minutes. Let the cast pee, etc. And we'll be back in just a few. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these lovely people. Give them a follow. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW to go click on all their links. Go follow them in all the places. Go do it because they're wonderful. And if you want to help support them in a non-monetary or in a monetary way, you can throw a Prime sub at them if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you haven't used yet. Link them up and go sub to one of these wonderful people. And get yourself some emotes. There's so many wonderful emotes, and supporting them is great because they're great people. And if you want to support Table Story in a non-monetary way, you can do that by making sure you follow us here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/TableStory, and we're also on YouTube there with Table Story as well. Go sub to us there. If you want to support Table Story in a monetary way, you can check out our Patreon at tablestory.tv/pledge. I know that with the quarantine and everything, the way things are going, please do not feel like you have to give any money that you don't have. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your loved ones, etc. And we'll be okay. We'll be all right. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. If you missed it, we premiered a new show called Facade on Friday that I'm also GMing. It's a occult detective horror show. So if that's your thing and you want to check it out, we'll play a little bit of a trailer for you here on the break. Otherwise, we'll see you in just a few. Hang tight for more Table Stories, Witchcraft, and Wizardry. Back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Table Stories, Witchcraft, and Wizardry. Sorry, I needed to eat something, so I had to make myself... I have these crackers that are horrible. They taste like exactly cardboard. So I had to put some cheese on them, something, so that they didn't taste like cardboard. And
now they taste like cardboard and cheese.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know, like when you get down to almost nothing in the house for groceries, and it's like you bought this thing a while ago, you're like, I'll give that a try. You tried one, and it was just like, yeah, we're down to that.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're down to that. Anyway, we return. As Olive and Alexander are staring at a confused-looking Professor Griffiths.
Yoga.
Yoga.
That's all you say?
We were practicing for the upcoming yoga club that a Hufflepuff student is trying to form. It's apparently an ancient Muggle art called yoga, and it's something that they practice for various reasons that I definitely remember.
Flexibility and spiritual peace.
It's Muggle cultural studies.
You would like to make a convince roll, and using the other person as a relationship.
Oh.
You want to go for it?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 'Cause I have a pretty good relationship.
I have a good relationship, but not a good heart roll, so.
A 10.
Whew.
Perhaps you could do that somewhere else besides the potions storage room.
Oh, goodness. Honestly, the yoga was so transporting, I hadn't even noticed that's where we were. I was so sure I was on a grassy field somewhere. That is just the power of yoga, I guess. Should we go, Alex?
Yeah, we should
go.
definitely. We should go. Yep.
Sure.
Don't let me find you in here practicing this yoga again, please.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Sorry, Professor.
Our apologies.
And don't forget to study for tomorrow.
We'll go do that
Mondays
now.
are an important day. We should always study for Mondays.
Well said.
True.
Okay.
Okay, bye. And I'm gonna like do the shuffle
Yep.
walk where.
Yep. Yep. Power walk. That was close.
Oh.
I'm glad Plan E worked.
I have to remember to thank Rosalina later
We
for
need to-
teaching us yoga.
We need to give her.
Who would have
cookies.
thought that yoga would actually be helpful?
And,
Not me. I didn't
No,
see that one coming.
Yep. I. Something about standing like a tree and.
I don't know.
Anyway,
we'll have to thank Rosie later.
I want to go and. Do you ever get this thing that happens when something gets stuck in your brain?
All
And
the time.
okay, good, because I need to figure out how they did that stuck in my brain.
Yeah, okay. Here's my theory. I think
Are we heading to the library now to research this, or shall we meet up with the others first?
we could head to the library, or we could try to ask a professor about what kind of magic could do that. You know, like, because
We should get
really...
lunch first. So we are fueled to use our brains.
It is just about lunchtime.
Okay.
And then we can fill in the others, and then we can check with what. I have some ideas, but and they're general ideas, and I need to have specific ideas so I can test them and figure out. Or
Okay.
we should look for, maybe we'll see them at lunch or maybe at dinner,
That's a good idea.
and then we just ask them.
I think we need to split our focus on two different fronts. One is what kind of magic were they using? If it was something to conceal themselves or transport themselves or whatever it might be. But the other one is we should see if there's some kind of magic or some kind of device that we can see where they are. So something that shows us, you know...
Like a tracking device, but magic.
Sure, like being able to look into a mirror and it shows us, you know, where they are in the moment, or whatever it might be.
Like a the word is.
I don't know. I don't know.
I need lunch.
I'm not helpful. All right, okay.
It's okay.
Lunch. But
Yeah.
because then we could work backwards, even if we don't have an answer to the first question. If we see where they're going, we'll see if they're still in the room, or we'll see if they're like completely in another part of the castle, or if it sends them, I don't know, back home or whatever it might be. But either way, that way we're making progress.
Yeah. Okay, good.
But
Right.
first,
I think sausages.
yes.
No, wait. I need to try. Do you know what Lottie makes? Because I need to try it so I can tell her it's good. I could just tell her it's good, but I want to try it so I know it's good, so I can tell her the truth that it's good.
Can I?
I should have asked her before I left.
You don't
Out
know.
of character whack. I would have no reason to know, right?
Not a clue.
I don't think so. I feel like maybe Rosie would know, but
I'm just gonna try everything then. Maybe not everything, because then I'll eat too much. I'll just try the things I haven't tried, except I'll have some sausages also.
that sounds.
Maybe
like
I'll
a
try
good plan.
one new thing every time I eat. I'll have sausages and then something new as well.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
So I think we do like a smash cut, like a super fast cut to the group meeting up in the Great Hall. It looks like Clem, Maisie, and Rosie have seen some things. They look
happened?
haggard.
What
Are you
did we
are you doing
miss?
Are you guys okay?
Sandwiches.
I'll have some
Bread.
sandwiches, but I was thinking sausages first.
You
Oh,
want
I can try Wait,
sandwich.
you were in the kitchen. Did you see what Lottie made?
No. Yes?
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did she make?
What did she make, Whack?
What do you think she made?
She made the chicken pot pie.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have
With
some
the
chicken pot
flour.
pie and some sausages. And then we have stuff to tell you, but I want to eat first, and then we'll fill you in. But while I'm eating, you can tell us why you look like you've seen a shade.
Oh.
And I get a big slice of chicken pot pie and some sausages on my plate.
I'm not eating.
By the
because
way,
I'm scared of all the food in front of me.
By the way, Rosalina had an accident in the kitchen. Another one. There was a pumpkin mash situation that happened.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And no one was surprised.
No one's like, what?
I mean, really, it was quite good because we did a lot of help and we helped our new friend. Right, Clem? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. She's a scary friend, though. Gotta be honest.
She's a really.
I mean, you can be kind of scary sometimes, but she's a really scary. Yeah, I mean, when you're mad at me, it's not the. Jeez, I'm scared of you when you're mad at me. I gotta be honest.
Who do
Oh,
we
well, I'm
think's the
scared of
scariest
everyone
in
when they're
SWAT?
mad at me.
Yeah, I think that's normal.
Oh, sorry, I had my mouth full. Who do we think's the scariest in SWAT?
The
I don't know.
scariest in Swath?
Yeah.
Well, like in a
We
good
should know
way.
this just in case we need to, intimidate some. I think it might actually be. Is Rosie at the table with us, or is she?
No.
It might be Rosie.
I think it might be Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty scary when we were talking to McGonagall.
Yep.
I was there for that, right? I was there for that, right? I just wanted to
We
double
all
check.
were,
Yeah.
I think except Olive.
Yeah, I don't.
Olive was in
Talking to-
June.
McGonagall.
She looked like she was going to try and fight her with her fists.
Yeah, like with her actual hands.
Oh, I was gonna say I've never known Rosie to be even a little intimidating. Like she's just a soft little cinnamon bun of a human, and
With like razor blades inside, I think, or something.
I think maybe that's what makes her so intimidating, because like she's so nice and so soft, but then when she like flips,
It's a
she like
dragon.
yeah, it's
Okay,
like
so
oh no.
we know that then. So if we need to scare someone, we send Rosie
Okay.
because it gives them a false sense of security, and then she goes all,
Alex, can we tell them what happened?
Oh, right. So
What happened?
we went to give Professor the pumpkin slice. But when we were getting there, Olive spotted
Scorpius
Albus
and Albus.
Scorpius. Wait, are we saying Scorpius and Albus or Albus and Scorpius? I thought we were going alphabetically, but
No, you're right. It does sound better if you say Albus and Scorpius.
Albus and Scorpius.
Okay, we saw Albus.
Maybe
and
we
Scorpius.
make like a team name for them, and they can be Albius.
Yeah.
I was going to
Or
say they could be Scorpius,
Scorpius.
and then I realised
That is
just
just his
Scorpius's name. That would make it easy though if they ever got married and people were trying to do one of those like celebrity couple names. Then it would
Yeah.
just be Scorpius. Which
Wait,
he's
is that
already
what I
used to
just did?
responding
Did I
to.
make them a celebrity couple name? I was
Unless
thinking more of
Albus
like a
would feel like he was losing his
team-
identity to Scorpius's identity.
Why would they get married? Why would they be?
Well-
Why would they be getting married?
Or, I don't know, maybe for love.
Anyway, the
or,
point we
for
the,
property tax purposes.
Well,
why
would?
they went into a room. Olive spotted them, and then I went into the room after them to just be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Because they helped us out with finding Maisie,
Yeah.
and I want to just be like, "If you guys are doing some stuff, I can help you out right now. I have some free time." And they weren't in the room.
And it was
Where did they go?
instantaneous.
I
Like
went-
it wasn't.
I looked
Really?
for secret doors. I looked for secret trap doors. I looked for doors hidden inside closets. I looked for people hiding inside closets. I used a Lumos spell to see if there was any weird light bending
Was there a
magic
window?
or something going on. It was the same one that we were in, where we
Oh.
found the plaque. So it's just that one that's kind of up and barred, but like it was fine.
Yeah.
I checked it, and why would they go there to go outside when they could just go outside?
And
That's
This is-
crazy.
this is right after that conversation that we had with Lily, which you missed this bit, Maisie, but we spoke to Lily and she said that Albus and Harry had a huge row and it's not going very well. And her dad's mad about him being friends with Scorpius or something like that. And Lily and I had been talking about investigating and trying to find out if Scorpius is up to something. And then this happened.
The heir of
so
something or other.
I'm
Wait,
just
which one's
saying.
Scorpius again?
He's the one
Albus's
who...
friend with the hair.
Remember, yeah,
Hair?
remember we met him when we were investigating the shade, and they were being really sketchy when we tried to speak to them. They were hiding
Albus
things
seemed
from
nice.
us.
Yeah.
But he tucked something into his shirt. Remember?
Yeah,
And
that's
I tried
true.
to ask about it, and he was, oh no, I'm not going to tell
In
them
his
that he
shirt?
rolled."
I mean, but
Yeah,
maybe he was
wearing
just like
something.
maybe he's like in Swath with Scorpius, but their version of Swath. Like
That's
we
what
would
I
be
was
the
thinking.
same way.
Yeah, we wouldn't just tell people stuff. We would be secret about it. So I think maybe that's it. So that's, I mean, last time I spoke to them after the Quidditch match, I just said, "Hey guys, thanks. If you need help, let us know." And they seemed kind of like, the feeling I get is they're like, what people want to talk to us, kind of. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but they kind of sit on their own a whole lot, and people don't try to sit with them and stuff. So I think they're maybe kind of like us, but with less of them.
Should we go and make friends with them then? Or?
That's what I was trying to do, but then I went into
Yeah.
the room and they weren't there.
Oh man.
I'd like to look around the Great Hall and see if I can see them right about now.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and try and notice something.
Okay.
7.
I guess I don't know if it would be better for what did it look like, or is there anyone sneaking around? I'm just very specifically looking to see if they are present.
They are not
So, okay. It does seem a bit odd not coming down for lunch. Who in their
Does.
right mind would miss food, you know?
Maybe-
Suspicious, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
Breakfast. Maybe that was suspicious too. I didn't come for breakfast. No. I don't know.
Not breakfast though, it's lunch. Missing breakfast, maybe you just want to sleep in a little bit. Like, I get it, but in
Especially
the middle
on
of
a
the day,
Sunday.
missing lunch, very different kind of
Well,
suspicious,
if you eat
Maisie.
a really big breakfast, you might
Your mouth's
get
full
one.
again, Alex. Thank you.
If you eat a really big breakfast, you might just skip lunch. You know? But I don't think if you were going to
But
skip
it's
lunch,
such a
you
long
won't.
time to dinner.
You wouldn't just go into a room and disappear.
Maybe
No.
there's food in the disappearing room.
Okay, so so here's my current ideas for them disappearing in the room, okay? I don't think there's any trapdoors or secret doors. So they might have been in there just invisible. We were trying to check when we got interrupted. So they might have been in there invisible, but I don't think so.
But what if?
The
What
other
if?
thing is maybe
Maybe they walked through the door into a different room.
that was one of the ones I was trying to get to, but my brain's not caught up yet.
Did you
That's okay.
definitely see them? It wasn't like a charm or it just. Were you really
Maisie.
sleepy, maybe? Or-
Maisie, see this? You see my pinky? It's promising you. This is a pinky promise, Maisie. I swear, I saw Albus and Severus. I got a pinky promise.
That's
You put
serious,
your
Maisie.
pinky up,
Like this?
and then they hug, like that.
Oh,
and that's a
nice.
promise. That's nice.
that's a
See?
promise.
That's a promise.
promise.
So that's a promise.
That's a
So,
promise.
I swear it was absolutely Albus and Scorpius. And I don't know. I guess we could be wrong, but I just have a bad feeling about it, especially after Lily and what she said.
But
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so I think my working theory, as of right now, from all of the information that you've given me, is that they are in a group. It's kind of like Swath, but it's just the two of them. So they're being all sneaky, secret, okay?
Yeah.
And they clearly have things that they're doing in that group because we have a group for that reason. We do things. So that means that I think that room must be their secret meet room, but the door must be enchanted to take them somewhere else.
The other option I was thinking is, so they can't apparate because it's Hogwarts.
What is
and
apparating?
They're too young. It's like a thing wizards can do. It's like
Okay.
teleporting.
It's magic.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And-
You can't do that?
It's hard, and you need to be older.
Okay, is it harder and older than becoming an animagus?
Now, I think Animagus you can do younger.
But
Oh wow, it must be really difficult
Yeah,
then.
But the other idea, because I was thinking of all the ways that they could disappear from there and running them through my head, and they could be using invisible spells, invisible potions, and items, magic items that can make them invisible. But those are really rare and really hard to come by, I think. They could have operated if it wasn't Hogwarts. Maybe a port key, but why would there be a port key in a random storage closet? And I don't know if those work in Hogwarts. And the magical door, I was thinking, but then how would they know that it was a magical door?
But who would go into a room to become invisible in a room that they're alone in? Because
Well,
when
maybe
you
they
walked
heard
in,
me
you didn't
coming.
see them.
Right, but I also slammed the door on my foot and had to hold the shelf up because I almost knocked it over, and because I was in a rush.
either way,
Okay.
the
So-
good news is I did get special permission. The
Permission.
professor, he gave me permission to go back to the dungeons later after class because I'm going to be working on a special third year potion, and it's very exciting, and I can't believe he's actually letting me do it. And guess what kind of potion it is? Guess what kind of potion it is? It's an invisibility potion. So I'm just saying it might relate, you know, full circle and all that.
Wait,
but
how
that
do
means he wrote me a note. So if prefects or professors see me out walking through the dungeons when I'm not supposed to be there, I have a note saying it's all right.
Okay.
Which is the perfect cover to go back to the storage closet, because if anyone finds me there, I can just go, "Oh, I'm working on a potion. Oh, I didn't see you there." You know.
Yeah, that's super
then
smart.
We can't get in trouble, Maisie. I thought of it. We won't get in trouble this time.
How do you know for sure?
Because the professor wrote the note and it's explicitly for this area of the castle. So even if someone sees me there, I don't need a cover story. I'm very excited to work on this potion. I quite like potions.
And
It sounds like a very foolproof plan.
I'm very excited for you. I just
Don't talk with your mouth, Phil Clem.
Sorry.
I just am very excited for you, but I just I just think that maybe you might end up in the hospital wing again, and I don't want people to start calling us the Swaffspital.
We should rename it the Swaff.
Do people call us that?
the Swaffpital?
No one knows about Swaff, so they wouldn't call us that. They'd just call us those hospital wing first year students.
Maybe it's just me that was calling it that in my dream. Not that
Maybe
I've been
we-
having bad dreams about hospitals or anything, obviously.
Maisie, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I don't want to get in trouble again, alright?
I won't get hurt. I won't go back to the hospital wing. It's okay.
Okay.
We have a note this time.
Yeah. I was thinking we go to the library and try and figure out. Maybe we should ask. Do you think Lily would know anything about what Albus? Maybe we can just find out. Maybe we just ask them, Albus and Scorpius. Maybe we just ask them. Like
Maybe
after
we just go up and say, "Hey,
class.
saw you walk into the dungeon."
I have an idea.
What?
Olive can ask them to help with her potion.
That's so smart. That's so smart.
Because they're older and they're in a dungeon a lot, so they know about potions clearly.
And they're apparently familiar with being invisible.
They're Slytherins.
We don't want them to know that we suspect anything, just in case, though, because what if they suspect it and then they move their secret meeting place to somewhere else, and then we don't know where to investigate?
We see their reaction when you say, "I need help with this invisibility potion."
Ooh, okay.
And you even show them the note from the teacher that says invisibility potion help so they know that you're not lying and trying to trick them, and then we'll figure out if it's invisibility. If we get no reaction, then they're somehow transporting themselves into not that room, or from that room into a different room.
Yeah. And as they say, keep your enemies close and your friends closer.
I don't think that is what they say, Clem.
Isn't that
Someone say that?
no?
Well,
Is that
what
it might be the other way around.
Are you saying there are enemies? I think they're friends.
Well, do we know that for sure?
They helped us find Maisie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe it's just I'm getting my head all wrapped into this thing about, you know, it's weird to hear about how Albus is fighting with his dad, and apparently his dad's a good guy, but like I don't know. And then Scorpius is just weird, and everyone's still all like about Scorpius. I just don't know.
Okay, so I don't get along with my dad, and he's like a professor. So does that make me a bad person?
Oh gosh, no. I didn't mean Albus. I'm pretty solid on Albus, actually. It's just kind of Scorpius that seems like
Well,
a bad
his name
apple.
is like Scorpius, and that makes you think of scorpions, and they kill things by stinging them with their tails.
Yeah, it's
Pinching
pretty
them with their
intense.
pinchers. So, I mean, it just gives off a bad vibe, and maybe that's what you're picking up on. It's the
But the
name.
person
Like,
who would
maybe-
name their kid with a bad vibe is also a person who would raise their kid with a bad
or
vibe.
maybe they're just like they don't have very good naming
Don't you think?
ideas.
Clem, you don't even know them.
I was going to say, I don't know him. He seems fine.
I mean,
They did.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
yeah, because
I just think that we owe it to our, SWAF member Lily to look out for her and her family. And if she expressed concern, then even if it's fine, we should just check to make sure. Just so Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
knows
want to help.
tried.
They helped us. We're trying to help them. Even if they don't want us to help them, we're going to help them because we need to even the score. Because Maisie's worth a whole bunch, and my books and my books have to be balanced. People say that. I don't know what it means. You just put it on a shelf and flat.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Either way,
You don't need to balance. Anyway.
So just to make sure, so nobody gets into trouble tonight, I'll try to get an older student, hopefully Albus or Scorpius, to come and help with the potion. And do you want to be researching types of magic that could have been in the storage closet while I do that? Should we? Is that the best way to stay out of trouble?
Yeah, I think we can't really go back down there now and look and ask around. So what are we doing right now? I think researching magic doors.
Yeah, I feel like the doors, personally, I feel like the door thing makes the most sense because we could say invisibility potion, but even if you were making a lot of noise, Alex, it would have taken some time for that potion to kick in. So that doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. And even if they were invisible, did you hear anything while you were in there? Bump into anybody?
We were trying to do the bump into people thing when we got interrupted. We got a little bit done, but they may have been like just out of reach. So
Yeah.
The potion was on you and not on them.
Wait, so there was magic affecting me, so I couldn't see them. Like I got. Well, that magic would maybe still be on me. So can we check? Can we?
But we
check
can
if
see you
there's
now, so
magic
you're
on
not
me?
invisible.
No, but I mean, it might have been like specifically, but the spell would still. There would be like a spell stain.
Remnants, a spell stain.
Wait, I can do
Good way to
something.
put it.
I can cast a Vertimilius because it also finds residual magic, right?
Is that not dark magic though? Although maybe it is dark magic.
Wait, do you want to try and cast it on me, or shall I try cast it on myself?
I can try
Or-
casting it on you. It is one of the spells that I know.
Okay, then I trust you entirely, so I'll
Okay,
just cover
I'm-
my eyes though, just in case, because those are delicate anyway, and I almost blinded myself with my Lumos spell earlier. It's
Yeah.
nothing personal. I have a thing about my eyes ever since those beans.
Okay. On that note, okay. Verdimilius.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and cast a spell, please.
He's so upset with me.
Okay, that's an 8. It's Verdimilius, by the way.
Verdimilius.
That's why it didn't get cast perfectly.
Yeah. So you cast the spell, and
because it's green.
Yeah.
Verdimilius. Got it.
on an 8, it's a partial success. However, you have to choose 2 things that go wrong from the list.
Go on.
One of the players takes a condition from partial misfire, and the spell has a wait, no. My wand is thrown from my hands and lands nearby.
I think it just thwaps Alex in the face.
Verdimilius, boom!
Oh, I was covering my eyes.
Oh god! Oh my gosh! I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it's bleeding. Does anyone know? Never mind.
Oh,
I don't want to spell my nose to stop.
No. Just tilt your head back, Alex.
Oh no! Oh.
I'm gonna start grabbing like a napkin and like
The blood
doing
went in my
this and-
throat.
Does reparo
Oh, no.
work? Does reparo work for your body?
No,
I don't
hurts
know.
I
a
don't
lot.
think so.
Really?
I think
you
it's
sure?
Specifically for objects. So unless
You're taking
your
an injury, you
nose-
said?
Yeah.
Your nose is an object.
My nose is my face.
Is it?
I could
Well,
try
it's
it.
like part of my face. It hurts a lot. Can
I think you could do it, Maisie. I believe in you.
Maybe I can try.
I don't know if it's a good idea.
I
'Cause
mean, I wonder if you don't want me to. But it is a spell that I know.
But
Right, but-
is there any dark? Was there any dark magic? I've come back from getting my wand. Is there any dark magic?
I don't know. I couldn't see. My eye started watering right after my nose started watering blood.
I'm sorry. Did you guys see it? No. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, Alex.
Was there any?
It's fine.
I didn't see anything.
I probably have to go to the hospital wing, or is it still bleeding?
Again.
Can I? Can I try to heal wounds? Can I do that? Treat wounds?
In what way?
I give him a hug on his face. I take his nose and I just
You just
touch his face.
you do this.
I just
What are you,
there.
What are you doing?
Stop crying from your nose blood.
It's not crying. It's just eye watering.
Can
Yeah,
I
I don't think
treat
I
his
don't.
wounds?
No, you need something to actually treat his wounds.
Sorry.
You need to.
No,
so
it-
you need to use either items, potions, or physical means. And I don't think a face hug. That looks like you're trying to make farting sounds with your hands.
Wow.
It's going to work.
Okay. I'm looking through my items.
It's not stopping. It seems to want to continue. How long before I die?
You're not gonna die.
Hospitaling is a good idea.
Right, but if my
I'll
nose
take.
was-
I'll take him. I'll take him. I'll go with him. I made it. I did this, so you guys can stay here, and I'll go with him. And I'm sure Madame Pomfrey will fix him up real quick.
What? Can we not just take him to Rosie? Rosie's really good at this stuff.
Right, but
I
what
don't
if
know where
you just
Rosie
tried
is.
to put mashed potato in my nose?
Just to
or-
clarify, Maisie and Clementine, what was the pumpkin mash disaster that happened?
This master was
Can you go ahead and add a -1 to your relationship with me on your character sheet, please?
yes. Yes, I can. Add whack Steven.
I think maybe it was less of a physical disaster and more of like a emotional disaster, as in like she got kicked out of that kitchen with force because she got so passionate about it. She was like taking over as head chef.
So Lottie kicked
completely
her out.
obliviously.
Yeah.
Lottie
Yeah,
kicked her
yeah.
out. Yeah, so Rosie
Yeah.
left in a huff and went back to her room then.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe even Lottie threw out her mash
Yeah.
because it was inedible.
And she put so much love into it. She just kept adding
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Repeatedly adding things.
She's like raisins. Let's put raisins in there. Gesundheit.
That hurts so much. I need to go to the hospital.
Probably
Okay.
made. There was probably a weird, like, slight cracking noise that happened, like from the sneeze.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
okay. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him.
You know,
And
if
I just
you
like,
accidentally step on a piece of popcorn.
oh,
that
how much
hurt.
popcorn you
Okay.
dropping, whack?
Now I'm really crying because that was so
Okay,
painful.
it's okay. We can go. I'm so sorry, Alex. I will
okay, you
eat
were
as
just-
many beans as you want me to. Okay, I will eat all the beans for your entertainment while we're in the hospital wing together, and I won't leave your side.
It's you didn't mean it. You were trying to cast a spell. It happens.
I'll still eat a bean for your entertainment. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
here's
go.
one.
Oh, right now? Okay.
Yep, sure, go
Sure. Okay. Oh no.
Jeez.
Okay.
I always have
what
them
do I
with me in my pocket.
What? Okay. What do I have to roll to eat this bean?
Oh, you're gonna eat the bean? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d3. 1 is bad, 3 is good, 2 is neutral. It is a neutral flavored bean. What does it taste like?
It tastes like parchment paper. It's not particularly flavorful in a bad way, but it tastes like paper. So I think we're okay.
What was it? It was.
Parchment paper, I think that's what it tasted like. I'll eat another one for you on the way if you want.
No, it's fine. You said you.
I'll eat one until I get a really disgusting one so you feel better.
Well, but you're not. You're kind of eating them for your guilt. So, like, you can.
Is
eat
that
as
not
many
the
as-
way to eat them?
Well, I normally eat them for fun. So because. It's
Oh,
kinda
Alex,
fun to get
nothing
a
is
bad
fun
one
about these beans.
sometime. You don't have
They're
fun
only
when you get a-
retribution beans.
Retribution.
okay,
It's not my nose.
okay, we need to go.
Yep.
Please add a -1 to your sheet with Wax Steven relationships, Zaganicus.
Is that a punishment?
Go ahead and make that a -2. -2.
Wait, get another one out so it resets.
These never reset. Perpetual agony.
Does every -1 with Wax Steven mean that we have to save up less channel points to destroy Wax Steven?
No, you have to save up more.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm never gonna get enough.
It's doubled
Yeah,
every time.
I head up to the hospital wing.
I go with them,
escorting
yeah.
All right, and
Yeah.
off you go. That's probably a good place for us to end the session today.
Oh, that went quickly.
Goodness.
despite its appearance, will be, well, I'll save it.
You'll say.
Nuh-uh.
So,
Nuh-uh, you started.
At the end of the session, we have some moves and some things that we do. Some end of session stuff. And I will say that, chat, you probably don't want to leave early today. But if you would like to go ahead and select a -1 or a +1 for a relationship with one of the other PCs, please do so. And if you do a -1, it will be an experience bonus as well. You get an XP. Who would like to go first?
I can go.
Okay, Colo.
My +1 is going to Clem because we made up.
Same Z's.
Wholesome.
+1s for Maisie and Clem.
I will give my +1 to Alexander because we were really on the same page with everything going down in the dungeons, and there was no pushback from him when Olive saw something that he didn't see. He was just like, "You got it, believe you, let's go," and she appreciates that.
Yeah. I was almost going to go with the +1 for that reason until someone broke my nose. So.
But I ate the beans. But I ate the beans.
You broke
Yeah,
his
you can-
nose.
And the guilt.
Don't you think that's
You're
an
welcome.
equal,
No,
you know?
I'm pretty sure you got to eat the box of beans to do the equal
I
thing.
offered.
My nose is all like this now.
His nose looks like
It
a
adds
question mark.
character. Yeah, it adds character. It's distinguished.
Sure. So a -1 to Clem from Alex? Is that what,
Yeah.
is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now we do some end of session schoolwork rolls. We'll do some class schoolwork stuff. Everybody can go ahead and roll plus your mind for me, please.
Oh, you're doing so good. I want to do good.
Oh. Womp, womp,
Why do you spurn me
womp.
so, ye fates?
Alrighty. Take some random die here. Hey, we got a purple one and a blue one. Alrighty. So for the Gryffindors, we had 2 full successes and 1 partial success. That's 25 points for Gryffindor. Holy cow! Holy cow!
Hey,
Well,
yo.
they have to make up for their tardiness punishment of last week, so.
370 for Gryffindor.
Griffin
370.
score.
We're gonna do Hufflepuff rolls. Hufflepuffs. Hufflepuffs. Here we go. That's a 5. That's a -5 for Hufflepuffs to start things out. Sorry. All right. Next one. That's an 8. That's a +5. And last is an 11 for a 10. So that will put them up to 220. 220. All right, Hufflepuffs. Ravenclaw are not going to start off too well. Alexander gets them a -5 to start things off. Good job, Alexander. See what we do to help here. 2 more rolls.
10.
That's a 5. That's another -5. Sorry, Ravenclaws. You've been doing really well on these until now. Sorry.
So I'll magic these ones and make them +10.
That is a 9. That's a +5. +5. Okay. Okay. It's a net of a 5. Oh, no, wait. That's
Net of
a net of
-5.
-5. Yeah. -5. -5.
Wah.
Slytherins. Good luck. I have not been rolling well for you. I apologize. Here we go. That's not helpful. That's a 3. That's a 3. Sorry.
Gosh.
so sorry. Okay. Oof. Oh, haven't been doing too well there, Slytherins.
It's a travesty.
That's another 3. Switch the dice for the last one. Let's switch the dice for the last one. Plus, I dropped one.
Whack is just Dumbledore in disguise, being like, suck it, Slytherin. I'm taking away points from you. I'm going to make other people win.
An 8. So that's a plus 5. Okay. Back to 80. Sorry, Slytherins. I tried. Okay. At this point, can I draw fan art for Slytherin points? I am desperate. I'll do anything. Bribing me with artwork is a possibility. I'm not gonna lie. I do like me
It's
some
not
artwork.
a terrible idea, Charlie. That's not bad, Chan.
There are ways for Slytherins to get points, though. There are ways. Please, I'll tell you what, Lucifer. Here's what we'll do. If you do some Slytherin artwork, if you do specifically some Slytherin artwork, then I will give you a chance to roll for some points.
Does this apply to all artists capable of doing artwork?
Yes.
Because,
If
For
we
any
see,
artist?
if we see, no. This is for any artists or people that would like to make some fan art for their appropriate house. I will allow you to make a roll. Now, keep in mind, you could roll badly. Okay? You're rolling flat with no bonus. Now, actually, I'll take that back. You get a +1 because you made the artwork. You get a +1 to the roll, but it's going to be a roll. It won't just be free points.
So can I submit some stick figures on a broomstick? And
I feel like we have to see some... There has to be some effort put in. Some effort. And yes, that is extremely vague. I don't care. Because
what if she tried really hard on those stick figures, Whack?
Look at the shading.
hours.
If you draw that, you know those little stick figure animations where they beat the crap out of each other? There's like body parts and stuff. Yeah, make one of those animations. You can definitely make a couple rolls.
Animate a film for us, and then we will allow you to roll a dice so that your house gets 5 points.
Yeah, we could
Or
do that. We could do
potentially
that.
loses them.
We could do that. Yeah, you could potentially lose the points as well. You could potentially. So what we'll do is we'll say, I'm only going to do it for this week. Okay? So you have 1 week. You have until the start of the next show. We'll say an hour before the start of the next show. Okay? We'll say an hour before.
I've got myself a busy weekend.
And then as far as the rolls go, how am I gonna do this? How would I make you do the roll? I'll have to figure something out. We'll post it in the Discord. So if you join us in the Discord, then you can be eligible. But it's got to be like, you got to put a little bit of effort in. We got to see some effort, and then you can contribute. Okay. Last but not least, let's go around the room and let's do some shout outs. And your downtime moves, please. Downtime moves. Well, why does Slytherin have 8 points? That's my bad. Why does it say 8? It says 80 in the text box. What happened?
I mean, you
happened?
could leave it like that. Or
Colo?
There we go.
Don't you start with me.
So I didn't screw up. I
I
didn't screw up. I actually put 80 in there. For some reason, it only said 8. So OBS is actually against Slytherin, too. I did not make that mistake. That was OBS. Wow. Okay. So, Zagonicus, could you start us off, please?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Scorpius. I'm gonna do my downtime move first, and I'll be doing some studying because clearly I need help with my downtime move next week, and it's likely that I'll get between a 7 and a 9.
An 11.
Even better.
Excellent. You get a +1 forward to your... I read about that rolls for the next session.
could be pretty useful. Okay, hi everyone, I'm Scorpius. I played Alexander Pepin for you today, and he and I are very alike in many ways. You can find out in which ways by joining me in my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Scorpius. I stream there on the times you'll find when I tweet them out on my Twitter. Or you can just follow me on Twitch and turn the notifications on. You get a notification when I go live. And I'm playing Final Fantasy 12 currently. We're hanging out and chatting about things as well. And I've got some channel point rewards that you can click and try, and they're silly as well. And we have a silly old time and it's fun. And yeah, that's me. I'm Scorpius.
Thank you, buddy. Look at that winning smile. It's like he can do it on command. Let's just stare at him for a second. A little bit longer. A little bit longer. There we go. That works.
That's a tough act to follow. That was pretty impressive.
Wow, laced with sarcasm.
No, the eyebrow thing was impressive. How am I supposed to do anything interesting now? Like, don't watch me. Go watch Scoticus do that. That's way cooler.
Yeah, I'll do a full stream of eyebrow movement for you at your request.
I can't do that. I can't compete. If Scoticus is ever not online doing cool eyebrow things, then I guess you could come say hi to me sometime. I'm Naga Oryx. Hi. Thank you so much for having me today. This was so much fun. I'm going to be doing social activities for my end of session downtime.
Okay. Go ahead.
That did not go
That's a
very
5.
well.
That's a 5.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
the social activity I was picturing doing was doing more yoga with Rosie, because yoga got me out of a sticky situation this week, and I imagine that even with the best of intentions, Olive is... The word limber is foreign to her. She knows nothing about being flexible. She can barely touch her toes, and...
You're lucky if you can touch your knees.
Yeah, I think she's miserable doing yoga, and it shows, and Rosie's not super stoked on it, maybe. So, thank you! Yay!
Unfortunate, but thank you. Myrtles.
Hi. Hi, I'm Murgles. It's a real strong start on that one. I stream Mondays through Thursdays, 8 a.m. EST. If you want to come hang out with me, I do art. That's basically it. I'm animating a film, which you've heard me say 400 times. That's about it. Also, I played Clementine. Cool. For my downtime, I think I would like to also do social activities. I would like to put on a Gryffindor tea party for Olive and Maisie and Lily, probably. And we can have like a cute little tea party with like little biscuits and stuff.
But then you inevitably have to choose one of them if you get a 7 to 9.
Oh yeah,
Who was the best tea partyist?
Well, we'll see. Okay. Let me see. Well, so didn't go so great. Tea was cold. Biscuits were dry.
Everyone was paranoid that things were spiked with coffee beans.
Yeah, no one. I cannot be trusted any longer.
Trust ruined forever. Thank you, Myrtles.
Thanks.
Colo.
Hello, I'm Golo. You can find me in the internet places under the name Hello, it's Golo. It's all in one word. I played Maisie Skylar for you guys today, and it's lovely to be back. I missed it. I stream on Twitch, full-time stream on Twitch. I do what we generally refer to as broadcast gingery nonsense, because honestly, I'm not even really sure how to describe it. It's basically just an excuse to hang out and have a lovely time with the community, pretty much.
I can describe it for you, if you like.
All right, cool.
It's 50% you cracking up laughing and 50% you going, stupid, to the chat.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty accurate. That's very accurate. And also saying things like, oh, I love you guys. Oh, for God's sake, I hate you. Like, it's very like this. Yeah, that's a pretty good summary. Also potatoes. It's also some occasional potatoes. Yeah, anyway, if you fancy coming and trying to decipher and maybe trying to sum it up for me, because if you do know, I mean, I'd appreciate the help, to be honest. But yeah, come find me on the internet. And I promise that every week I will attempt to do this better. I am going to do a job because I am still trying to save up for that Quidditch broom. And also, I am very fascinated by the kitchen and the house elves. And I believe, not last week when I wasn't here, but the week before, I believe that I actually rolled to do a job then. So do I get to do the extra roll for the galleons?
No.
I don't?
No.
That's fair if there's like a long downtime.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
per
okay,
additional
right.
week of downtime.
Got it. So yeah, I'd like to go. I mean, the kitchen was pretty terrifying, but it was like an intense and really entertaining terrifying. And I'm like, I'm there for it. It's like
Yeah, Lottie's
training for a
the
marathon. You hate it, but somehow you still enjoy it and keep doing it.
yeah, Lottie's the Gordon Ramsay of house elves.
It's raw!
6 galleons. 6 galleons. Not bad. Not bad.
I'm on 40, so I'm some way to improve.
Yeah. So, thank you, Colo. I'm Wax Steven. I have been your Headmaster of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for joining us, chat. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the love. And I'm anticipating a ridiculous amount of fan art for... This is a great way to force people to make fan art for the show. We just bribe them with roles to influence non-existent house points on a show. It's great. It's great. And I want to see more than stick figures, okay? I want to see more. So yeah, I'm real happy that we did that, and it's always wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you to Colo. Thank you Murgles. Thank you Nega Oryx. Thank you Scoticus for being awesome role players. And Luxie, hope we are having a great birthday celebration. And we'll see you next week. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW. And you can follow them on all the places there. Go give them a follow. Follows are free. Make it happen. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you haven't used yet, throw it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Get some emotes and support them. If you want to help support Table Story in a non-monetary way, follow this channel and follow us on YouTube. Twitch.tv/TableStory and TableStory on YouTube as well. And if you want to support us in a monetary way, if you can swing it, and you're not stressing about money right now, please worry about yourself first, worry about your family, worry about your friends first, and only if you can swing it. Head on over to tablestory.tv/pledge. Check out all the wonderful things we've got on our Patreon. We've got podcasts, we've got MP3 versions of the shows that we do, we've got artwork, we've got lore, we've got all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. Otherwise, I'd normally say, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Peace out. However, there's still a little bit more tonight. Still a little bit more. I'm going to black out the players' cameras. And I'm going to mute the players. Because you get a scene down in the dungeons. Sort of shimmer in the air. And the camera sees a little necklace being held up. And you see a time turner held up. And flicked. And you see Albus. He looks hurt. There's scratches on his face. And he says, Scorpius? Where are you? Scorpius? What's happened? And that's where we're going to end the session today. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Gone. Peace out.